Hi guys. So I had a dream the other night, and I'm not sure if it was about North Korea or China. And I think it's crazy that I had this dream because I don't watch stuff like this on TV. I don't watch it on YouTube. I do see the titles of like North Korea, China, Russia, and stuff like that, but I'm the kind of person that just tries to stay positive and happy as much as possible. So when it comes to videos like that or the Illuminati or anything negative, I just try and avoid it as much as I can. And I'm just the kind of person that looks at it like if something's going to happen, it's going to happen, and there's not much I can do about it, so why get myself in an uproar over it, you know what I mean? Um, but again, I just don't know if this is from the Lord or not, and I'm just going to share it. And I do know that things are getting very intense with North Korea right now, and maybe it is a warning from the Lord, but I'll explain a little bit more as I tell my dream. So my dream started out as I was with the grumpy old men, John and Max, the two old men. It's just a hilarious movie, and I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. And I don't know why I dreamt about it. There might be some symbology, because of the names. I'm not sure, but it was just kind of weird that they were in my dream. Well, Max wasn't, but I was standing in John's front yard, and it started raining really, really hard, and I could see these water puddles forming on the streets. And then I saw all this water coming down the side of the streets on the curb, and I felt like it was going to start flooding. And I looked to my left, and I saw John come out of his house in a robe, and he grabbed the newspaper. So I looked at my left to look at him, and I saw down the street these military guys, and they were kind of marching like this. Well, maybe not like this, but they were marching down the street, and they were all holding rifles, and they were wearing jackets that came down to about here, and it was, the darker green, and then they had like red patches on them, and that's all I remember. But they had these rifles. They were all holding rifles. So as they're marching down the street, 2 or 3 of them would go to the house on the left, and 2 or 3 would go to the right. And the rest of the people kept on marching till they got to the next house, and the same thing, 2, 3 to the left, 2, 3 to the right. So John ran over to Max's house. I never saw Max, but you just know how you know in the dream. So John ran over next door to Max, and I ran into John's house, and there was 2 young people there, I'm going to say in their 20s, and I felt like they weren't from the United States, like they were from a different country, and they handed me this long, skinny rifle. And at the tip of the rifle, I never saw a rifle like this, but I'm just going to say it was probably like this long, and then at the tip of it, it was like a bow and arrow. And I looked at it and I said, I don't know how to use this. And the guy said, just pop the back of it and, like push it in, and then it should come out. And so we ran upstairs into the attic, and I kind of tried to draw a picture of it. So we came up the steps, and there was like this huge cardboard box here, and we were hiding behind it, and then the girl stood up and took her rifle and broke the light bulb on the ceiling. And then we heard these guys come up, and they kind of leaned up against this wall. Again, we're like behind this cardboard box, and I tried to shoot my gun, but it came out really slow, and it like wobbled almost like a snake would slither, and I just couldn't shoot it right. And the two guys kind of kneeled. They were leaned up against this wall in a squatting position, and then they looked up at me, and I looked at them, and I took my gun and I jabbed one of the guys in the neck. And I didn't, I know that I did it, but I didn't, it wasn't a clear picture, so it wasn't like horrible, and I don't know if I killed him or just hurt him, but I had to take my gun and jab him in the neck. So then we hurried up and we ran this way, and then all these guys came up, and there was just a lot of them. They were coming this way and they were coming this way, and I felt like they were trapping us, and we were here. And then I woke up from my dream, and I felt like I knew that I was dreaming, and I woke myself up, or I got shot. I'm not sure, but that was pretty much the end of my dream. As far as stabbing that guy in the neck, I'm just the kind of person that wouldn't even hurt a fly. And so if it was the Lord, I think that's kind of why he blurred that kind of part out, so it wasn't so icky. But I was talking to my mom and telling her that dream last night, and she said she felt like it was North Korea. I tried to look up on YouTube some, or not YouTube, but Google some pictures of what I saw, and I couldn't find it exactly. But it was kind of like this red color, but the patches were like here and here. And I just thought I would share that with you guys. I know it wasn't a dream that you guys were probably hoping for, but again, it could be from the Lord, it could be a warning, or it could be absolutely nothing. But again, you guys, I just don't dream stuff like this. So I will let you guys go with that, and I'll talk to you later. God bless.